You've come to the right place if you're looking to create, launch, and scale a high-value online training program. I'm your guide, Chris Badgett. I'm the co-founder of LifterLMS, the most powerful learning management system for WordPress. Stay to the end. I've got something special for you. Enjoy the show. Hello and welcome back to another episode of LMS Cast. I'm joined by a special guest. His name is Rytis. He's from Omnisend.com, which is all-in-one e-commerce marketing. Welcome to the show, Rytis.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for inviting me. Great to be here.
I'm excited to get into it with you today. We're going to talk about some of my favorite topics and things this audience loves, which is selling, marketing, digital courses, coaching, communities. Tell us at a high level how Omnisend sits in the space as a marketing automation and e-commerce solution.
So basically, we have built what is behind this marketing automation. So there are channels as email, SMS, text messages, and web push notifications. So basically, we help anyone who runs digital business, especially if the ones who sell online, we help to communicate with the existing customer base. So usually, what do we see that initial transaction and initial sale anyone who runs a business makes is really a wry negative. You lose money because you pay for Google, you pay for Meta, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, more than they actually earn from the first transaction and from the first purchase. So that's why it's very important to communicate with your customers and invite them to retain, to make a repeated purchase. And that's how you convert your customers into profitable customers. And that's how you ensure lifetime value. ROI positive. So that's where Omnisend really helps customers to communicate with those from whom you have a subscription, from whom you have an opt-in, an agreement, and or ask to communicate from a brand. So emails, SMS, and push notifications, you can both automate with us or you can send bulk campaigns as well.
Awesome. And Omnisend works with WooCommerce. You can use it today with WordPress LMS solutions like LifterLMS, LearnDash, all the LMSs that integrate through WP Fusion, which has a great integration with Omnisend as well. Tell us a little bit about the backstory of Omnisend as it's 10 years old.
Yeah, it's going to turn 10 years next year, as you will. So really, we had from LifterLMS and not yourself, Chris, personally. But yes. Yeah, so we started back in the days, that was a spin-off from a digital marketing agency, and some of our customers were selling online. And that's how we saw that those who sell online, they have a unique capabilities to really automate marketing more and then make marketing more targeted and more relevant for their customers. And it's because of the entire customer journey is basically happening online. So you can have a lot of data based on which you can automate your marketing activities. So that's how we launched a product 10 years ago. It took us 2 years to start earning something from that product. So we saw the good initial traction, but nobody was willing to pay for it. And then they look back to the product and understand why. It was just really MVP version, very basic product back in the days. So it was email only. Yeah. So since then we focus on serving online businesses and those who sell online. And yeah, so for the vast majority of the years, we were mainly focusing on other e-commerce platforms outside WordPress. For a few years, we have integration with WooCommerce, but we did not invest too much, to be honest. So if someone had any experience with Omnisend like 3 or 4 years ago, could be potentially that was not the best experience back in the days because it was not a priority for us. But at the same time, we start seeing really great organic traction coming from WordPress customers and then agencies. And then we saw that we create value for those customers as well. So we really improved our integration, direct integration, WP Fusion, etc. And then we are building other direct integrations with other service providers within the ecosystem to ensure the best experience for our customers, for online stores, for online creators who sell online. And yeah, so basically we're relatively new in the ecosystem, but we're really looking forward to contribute, to invest, and to create value for those who sell online.
That's awesome. I love seeing brands come into the WordPress space who've been around for a while and are looking to engage with the WordPress community. How do you find the WordPress community? What's it like compared to some of the other ecosystems you've operated in?
Yeah, in other ecosystems, we are, maybe it's not a secret, maybe I can mention the name in Shopify. We are number 2 marketing automation solution. And so we have a quite good share there. And WordPress is different, and I like it way more, to be honest. It's really community. There is a sense of community here, and there is a lot of partnership here. And even the competitors, they have this frenemies relationship, which I admire a lot, that basically you can cooperate even with your direct competitors. And the market is big, and you can there is still a lot of room to grow the market size, to grow the size of the pie. And then if the pie is bigger, there is enough space for everyone to get your own piece of that pie, your own stake. So I really find it, and we as a company really find it very friendly and very supporting. And to be honest, coming to a first WordCamp, that was like, you are new here, like feeling, I don't know, maybe as a student coming to the campus for the first time. But we found it like extremely welcoming, and I'm really happy that we are becoming more and more active here.
That's awesome. I've been checking out your website. For you out there listening or watching, go to omnisend.com. One of the things that stands out to me is your pricing and how reasonable it is, and how adjustable it is based on your list size. I've been in other marketing automation tools, and there's like these big jumps from one I'm in right now is going from 25,000 to 50,000 email list size. And even though I'm around 28,000 actives, I'm paying the 50,000 price. And it is quite a bit more than Omnisend. And I think it's really cool what you've done, like your pricing. We don't have to mention certain dollar amounts because I know pricing changes over time, but this seems really approachable. And the other thing I notice is some softwares have this mindset of, oh, just go up market and go enterprise. That's where the money's at. But you've got a great free plan, and your plans at smaller list sizes are very affordable, which in the LMS industry, not everybody launches a digital course or coaching program and gets like thousands of people on their first day. It might take a while to get 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, and they try to keep their costs down as they grow and just have a fair price as their business scales. And this is the most attractive pricing ramp I've seen that makes sense and is affordable all the way. Can you tell us like how you think about pricing or freemium?
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. So really great that you spotlighted this as this is one of the key value propositions of Omnisend. Since the very beginning, the one thing which have not changed. So yeah, our focus to online businesses, and the second thing is serving SMB. So I would say at the very beginning we were serving like micro to small businesses. Now product has improved, and now we can serve all the way to really truly mid-sized businesses, but we are not aiming to serve any corporate customers, enterprise level customers. So that's where we stick, and this is why it is important. Two things: to create very easy to use product, and to have a learning curve as flat as possible. So basically, that's how we think about the product development, but it has to be the first layer. It has to be super easy to start using and gaining value. So there are a lot of pre-built templates, not only visual templates as for email, but segment templates, automation templates, like best use cases are pre-built into the product. And second layer is that there is an advanced layer, so you can customize, you can have a blank canvas if you wish. And the third layer that if you can even customize even more. So this is an API layer. Similar, we think about pricing as well, that we start serving all the way from micro businesses. So it has to be no brainer. So as product is easy, it has to be an easy decision to start using and start benefiting, as you just mentioned. Yeah. So if you just start your business, if you have not too many contacts in your list, not too many subscribers, that's absolutely free forever. All the features are included and it's all the usage limits. So start free, start collecting your subscribers, start growing your business, and hopefully you will succeed. And once the time comes, you will convert into premium and paying customer. And yeah, in general, being affordable, it's very important, and having this reasonable pricing and better priced than our main competitors. It's one of the goals that we have. As we understand that for SMBs, price, it's important, although it's an investment, not a spend. And the return on investment in general for email, especially email, as challenge is just insane. It's like for $1 you spend, on average, our customers, they have a return of more than $70. So like a ratio is extraordinarily good. Not like you would not find any paid ads or so, even close to that. But at the same time, of course, we understand that for especially the beginners, any spend is a spend, and you have to have some money for investment. Therefore, we stick to a freemium, and we will.
Nice. Yeah, I think is really attractive in the WordPress community, which is very heavily freemium focused, both at the product level, but also what the user appreciates and expects in a way. I was clicking on migration on omnisend.com, and I love this headline here: replace generic with e-commerce focused. If somebody's looking at a marketing automation, email list service, and so on, how do you create that e-commerce focus? How is it different from a generic one-size-fits-all marketing automation and email list tool?
So there are two main aspects, I would say. First one is a truly deep integration, a lot of data being synced with your online store or like e-commerce platform of WooCommerce. Let's take example on the LMS solution as well. So we do synchronize a lot of your customer behavior data, as well as like through our own snippets. We track your customers' behavior on your website, on your online store. And those two combined really empowers store owners, creators, marketers to build a lot of automations, trigger-based automation, because you have a lot of data and a lot of understanding of your customers' behavior. So that's the first thing. So basically deep integration, very specific data points that important for those who sell online. Let's say average cart size, the last order placement, habitual things on which we can build segments, we can build automations. And the second thing is really a lot of best practices embedded into the platform. So you would never, it's one of the goals for us that you would never end in a blank canvas unless you want it. If you choose okay, give me just blank template, I will build everything from scratch because I'm experienced marketer and advanced user, that's fine. You can do that. But unless this is your choice, you have all the segments, automation workflows, templates, occasional templates, seasonal templates, thematical templates, etc. They are all pre-built, and all of them are online businesses and e-commerce related. So let's say it's all the automations are related to the customer journey of the online store. Activation, purchase activities, abandoned cart reminders, product or service evaluation requests, customer reactivation if one has purchased already some time ago, but already have not visited your website and have not purchased for whatever your average customer purchasing cycle is. We analyze it automatically, let's say. So just some of those examples that really illustrate that being specifically built for e-commerce just help our customers to gain value way sooner. You can theoretically do it yourself with any tool in the market, but for that you would need a lot of knowledge and a lot of development.
Awesome. In our pre-chat, I had mentioned I used to do a lot of work with Infusionsoft like 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it got a reputation being called Confusionsoft because what would happen is people got really into marketing and funnels and branching and all this stuff and the campaign builder, automation builder. I love this idea of having all these e-commerce focused templates for the use cases you described. Like instead of trying to figure out how to create cart abandonment recovery, you already have a template for that. Can you speak more about how you quote protect users from themselves and getting overly complicated and help them like create campaigns that are or automations that are proven in the industry?
Yeah, so basically the first protection, as I said, it's really choose from the list of suggested automations. That's the first thing, and nothing could go wrong there because those are just standard e-commerce practices, the best e-commerce practices, and any bigger store is using all of them. And that's what we advise our customers. Doesn't matter that you are maybe small business, but the more automation you use, the better for your business. Just to illustrate that, in like previous 12 months, out of all orders, around 40% of orders coming from email were generated by automated trigger-based emails or SMS. And it only was 2.6% of all the traffic. So basically, automation proves the relevance, the quality, and way better conversion rates in comparison to bulk campaigns. Bulk campaigns still perform, they're needed, but automations just set up once, you go to sleep, and the platform does the job. Yeah, so basically, all those pre-built templates, if you use them, nothing can go wrong. That's the first thing. Second thing, we have such limitations that you can set. You as a marketer, as a user of Omnisend, you can set that, okay, I would not like my customer limits, day limits, that I would not like my customers to receive more than 1 to 5 emails per day. You set the limits, and that's how, again, we help you to protect yourself from misusing sometimes. Maybe you could make some mistakes with segmenting or so, and maybe put the same Chris or Rytis in 5 different segments and send 5 different messages. But basically, yeah, so those are limiting yourself, and those tools are in place, so you can enable them, and they will help you to be sure that you will not overuse communication in general.
That's great. Email marketing, SMS, and web push notifications. I think a lot of people have a understanding around email, like welcome series, which I saw you have a template for as well, kind of drip campaigns. But I think SMS and web push notifications are less understood in terms of the potential for an e-commerce seller. How might we use SMS and web push notifications? I literally had a user in our Facebook group yesterday asking about how to do web push notifications. What are some strategies, SMS and web push notification?
Yes. Okay, let's start one by one. So SMS it's I would say it as a rising star as a channel, especially in the United States and Canada. The reason for that is because it is well regulated, which usually United States are not the pioneers in regulating something. It's European Union usually. But in this case, it's the US and Canada followed. And so basically, this is a TCPA, and customers are more willing to sign up for SMS communication because it is so no-brainer to opt out. So you just reply with a stop, and it's unified. All the platforms you have to support this, and this is the only way to actually do SMS marketing. You have to support this opt-outs, default opt-out option that anyone could reply with stop word, and this is how you unsubscribe. So it's really no-brainer for anyone to subscribe for any communication via SMS, because in other geographical locations, who is listening us outside US, etc., it could be a bit more complicated, that people don't feel that sure. In case of Omnisend, we always place the link, but okay, if you want to subscribe, click here. So it's similar to email experience, but again, it's there are some marketers who do abuse it, not with our platform, but with many other platforms that may be more liberal in allowing you to do whatever you want to do. Yeah, so it's a really great channel to augment email. And in a few examples just to mention, so it's more costly, but let's say SMS, you could be communicating with your VIP customers and let them know you are one of our top 1,000, top 100, however, that depends on your business, how much of customers you have, and you are among our VIP customers, so sign up for our SMS communication, and you will be the first to learn about our best offers, best deal, maybe secret deals, etc. Have discounts on your arrival, so depends again on your business. So this is how you can use SMS, and SMS is extremely effective way. Another good example, use SMS as more transactional messages where you don't promote directly anything. It's, let's say, first purchase experience. Then someone purchased from you, just send a confirmation text message that, thanks. You placed your order. We got your order. It's all good. It's very important for people to be sure that the store I bought something from is not a scam. So this order confirmation is extremely important moment for anyone who buys online. The same of if it's a physical good, so we already delivered the parcel. Look after that UPS, DHL, whatever, FedEx gonna come to you with a parcel, etc. Order, follow up. How did you like the experience? Did the box arrive on time? Was it good? Did you like the product, etc., etc.? So again, this example where you do not convert directly into purchase, but what you do for very few cents, you have an opportunity for a few times to bring your brand in top of the mind of your customer. And it seems to be very transactional. It's not intrusive at all, but at the same time, this is how you show that you care about the customer. And not only that, okay, they just paid, and that's where you forgot about them. And next time when they're going to need the same product or the other product that you sell, you're going to be top of mind, that they will be coming directly to your online store, entering your brand name instead of Googling and searching, again, who has to offer. So this is two examples where utilizing SMS are highly effective.
What is MMS? Can you describe the difference between SMS and MMS?
Yes. MMS, basically, just to simplify it, it's SMS with some media attached. So you can send images, let's say, or you can send more text, or you can send some specific characters if you are not English speaker. So usually you have some in other languages, you have some other word as with dots, dashes, etc., other letters. So MMS basically more text, media rich, or some special characters. It's a bit more expensive, depending on how much of the content, but it could be, in general, it is more engaging than SMS.
And what what's an example of a use case for MMS, like sending an image, say, in addition to just a text?
In this case, let's say I already mentioned this, like VIP customer group on your arrivals or back in stock Yeah. So this is for one of the very popular automation workflows that we have. So anyone could subscribe, not for the entire communication coming from you, but just from a back in stock reminders. Okay, this is the product I'm interested in, and I would like to receive a message when this product is back in stock. So that name tells it directly. Because usually, like people, especially in like apparel industry or some like gifts industry, so the purchase is spontaneous and visuals are very important. So, for example, you promote your new arrivals, your new collection, attaching a visual of the product, especially if it's clothing, it really increases their conversion and increases an engagement a lot.
I can see that with courses, because courses have like a featured image, like a book cover. Hey, this new cohort is now open for this course or coaching program. That's really cool.
True. That's a great example. Oh, sending some quote as a screenshot from the book.
Awesome. What about web push notifications? So these are the little sliders that come down in your browser. Like how might an e-commerce business use that effectively?
Correct. So let's say for online courses, for an example. So if you have, it depends on your, again, business model. Yeah. If you, for example, if you have some continuous courses and maybe you charge for each lesson or each branch, whatever, separately. So that's how you can promote and that's how you can reach and invite your customers to subscribe. You're going to be the first to learn whenever it's live. And when it's live, this is how you promote and then the person is browsing any website with a browser. So this is, as you mentioned, the slider is being shown and then this is how promote. Web push notifications are very, very effective. Just the challenge here is that businesses don't use them enough, I would say. There was 4 or 5 times ago, years ago, not times, but years ago, then push were like super popular and they were a little bit overused. So there was a small group of online merchants that overused too much and then everybody ditched this channel. But now it's, I would say, being used in a good way. And we see a lot of like good practices, best practices being applied, etc. Not overusing it and yeah, using. So again, ask for permission, ask for opt-in, the customer subscribers, and then very similar. You can do campaigns, you can do reminders, you can do new arrivals, you can do back in stock, new courses released, maybe new comment about the course, or maybe some extension, maybe some free material for bonus lesson for those who are already subscribers of your course, etc. So that's what you can communicate via push.
We have a live audience and Vicky has some questions here. She's saying that she likes that there's A/B testing for forms built in. Can you explain that if somebody's not familiar with A/B testing?
Yeah, sure. So thanks, Vicky, for asking. So forms, it's very important for anyone who use marketing automation, either it's Omnisend or any other platform, but basically in order to communicate with your customer base, you have to have a customer base. So you have to collect subscribers, email, SMS, web push notifications. All of those are opt-in channels. So you have to get the permission to communicate via those channels with your existing customer base. So forms are very important. So we have native forms at Omnisend, and we have a lot of integrations with various form builders. So you can use any third-party solutions within WordPress ecosystem as well. We have already few and quite many in the making. So we are, again, willing to create, and through WP Fusion, you can you can connect to almost anyone. So A/B testing within forms, it's just similar to any other A/B testing. Let's say you have 100 visitors. So for 10 visitors, we show A version of your form. For 10 visitors, we show B version of your form. It's all being done automatically. You design it. You maybe play with your copy, whatever you want to test. And we basically initially show both of them. And the one which performs better, we start showing the winner for the rest of your audience.
Awesome. And Vicky was also asking about Gravity Forms integration, which is possible out of the box with WP Fusion, like you said. And WP Fusion works with several other WordPress forms plugins as well.
Sure. And with Gravity Forms, we just released direct integration as well.
Okay.
Previous week. So it should be already on WordPress.org. So just try to find there, and it will be published on Gravity Forms App Store as well in upcoming week or two.
Awesome. And
so you can use it through WP Fusion, or you can use it directly.
Awesome. And a quick question that came up for SMS was, is the interface just all in Omnisend? Like you don't have to try to manage it all from your phone or whatever?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. It's all in Omnisend. It's exactly the same experience, a very look-alike experience. SMS is a bit different. Yeah. So it's not images heavy and then the image is rich. It's not HTML, but yeah, experience is of any builder would try to have it as similar to one another as possible. So basically forms building, emails, SMS, it's all within Omnisend.
We get this question a lot, so I'll ask the expert. And I know it's complicated, but what's the Omnisend's approach to deliverability of emails, both at the software level, but also best practices for people using the tool?
It's important how we have a dedicated team to deal with deliverability. So first thing is we are absolutely against spam, period. So we don't support any abuses or intents to abuse, and we block those. And we have dedicated team to fight with the bad actors. It's cat and mice game, or rats, that they call them rats. And of course, and there are a few groups. Yeah, there are a few groups. One is like the people who are just like opportunistic, and that's okay with them. Yeah, so they know that maybe they have an old list, but maybe they collected this list some time ago, and their business was shut down for maybe they launched a new business, but they have a list from an old business, etc., which is 5 years old, etc. And we try to sell. Yeah? So basically, what we do, we suspend them for a while, and we advise what to do and how to clean your list, etc. So this is the soft thing, and then that's okay. We help people to warm up their domains, to warm up their reputation, and in order to have a good deliverability, you cannot, especially if you have more subscribers, you cannot just come and shoot the first campaign for hundreds of thousands of subscribers. That's how you're gonna harm your reputation. So that's why it's important to go through the proper warm-up process, etc. And we handhold here. We help with that. And yeah, and this is, so that's good businesses. They try to do that. They try to make some shortcuts, and that's okay. Every business is doing that, and that's okay with that. We help them to not to be too strict. We're not too strict, but again, help them not to harm themselves. And of course, there are bad actors like criminals, phishers, scammers who have an intent to pretend that they are Apple's, Amazons of this world and to steal your credit card data. And we fight with them, and this is a big market. This is a big market. yeah, we had some customers whose accounts were compromised because they were not treating their passwords good enough, and campaigns were sent for them, etc. So we help them to deal with that. But again, any businesses should take care of their customer data at first. That's important.
Awesome. I heard one time that people often change their CRM or marketing automation email tool on average every 3 years or something like that. If somebody out there is using something like MailChimp and they're established, they've got their email list, they've got a few kind of automations built, how would they switch to Omnisend? Because it's especially if you're established, it can seem a little overwhelming to try to move. But what advice do you have there?
So with MailChimp or any other generic marketing automation platforms, so we are extremely sure that we're going to create you way more value than you currently have. Mainly because of this pre-built and embedded best practices, e-commerce best practices, because the usual case we see that people, they use MailChimp and they just have 1 or 2 automations at most, and that's it. And for e-commerce, it would make sense to have 7, 8 automations, different, and use email, use SMS in combination with email push notifications. Once you combine all of those opportunities, you see the growth of your sales coming from those channels and those practices a lot. And on the pricing side, we are more affordable than that. So not a massive save, but a save. Yes, and you're right. The migration could be a little bit time consuming. So to ease that, we have a migration tool from MailChimp including. So we just pull all the data, your segments, your context list, your subscribe list, etc., and we recreate them on Omnisend. With the visual part, yes, you have to spend a few hours to migrate, but we have no doubts it's worth investing those few hours. And for bigger customers, we do have migration services free of charge, etc. If you are a smaller business, so yeah, this is full self-service, migration tools are in place. It would take like up to 1 hour, I would say, to migrate everything. So it's not a huge pain, I would say. And the value, and we're super sure that we're going to create you more value.
That's awesome. And if somebody's new and they're looking for their first marketing automation platform for e-commerce, what do you recommend? What should they do first? How would they start with Omnisend?
So just go to omnisend.com, create your account, explore it. It's always good to click around a little bit to see if we fit your needs, if you're going to build the design you would like, if you're going to find the templates you like, etc. And that's okay. There are customers who love us, but there are customers who say, I don't like your design or whatever. And that's okay. We're different people. We're different kind of businesses, etc. But we have no doubts that vast majority of you gonna find Omnisend good fit for you. And then, of course, integration with your online stores, either directly if you are on WooCommerce or through WP Fusion, if you have an LMS system, etc. Integrate, because that's how we're gonna get more triggers coming from you. Then, third thing, I would recommend launch forms. Either it's Omnisend native forms, so again, integrate Gravity forms, WS forms. That's the 2 direct integrations we already have, and building more. Others, again, through WP Fusion, could be built as integrated as well. So again, it's very important to start collecting your subscribers and growing the customer base with whom you can communicate. It is very important. Then, third thing I would say is, is it 4? No, maybe
I think it's 4.
It's 4, yeah. Thanks. Thanks, good. So the fourth thing is set up automations. And people ask us, when should I start set up or start my email marketing? So as soon as you have your first order. So it's never too soon. As soon as you have first visitors, convert them into subscribers, start sending welcome automations, start sending abundant cart reminder automations, and it will help you to grow your business. So it's never too soon. And then with campaigns, that's okay. Maybe to start campaigns a bit later and grow your subscriber list to a certain size, whatever. Could be 10, it could be 100 subscribers. Depends on you. But again, the campaigns are more demanding of your time, and you have to prepare unique content, you have to think through, etc. But like automations, you just set up, as we say, for small businesses, sometimes we see that they set up and they forget when they change every 1 year. And in the meantime, in that 1 year, we create a lot of ad already.
Awesome. That's Rytis Loris from Omnisend.com. I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to sign up for the free plan and play around. This looks like an amazing tool and a 10-year track record with a focus on e-commerce creators and small business. That definitely means a lot. Any final words for the people before we sign off today?
Yeah, so thanks, Chris, for inviting. And yes, please check Omnisend out. We have a great support. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to ask. We're going to help. And maybe just a final call to action for any agencies, freelancers. We have partners program as well. And as I mentioned, we are relatively new in WordPress ecosystem. So we are really looking for partners to work with. And of course, we're on those commercial side that we do revenue sharing with our partners. But at the same time, we invest a lot to help agencies, to help freelancers to better understand what is marketing automation, to be able to sell your own services better to your customers, just by helping you with, some researches, simplified communications, as maybe you are a developer and you will never become an expert of marketing, but while communicating and talking to your customers, they could potentially ask, so would you recommend me use SMS or not? Why? Yes. And then we can really help you to learn certain main things about those channels, etc., in order for you to be more professional in front of your customers.
I appreciate those parting thoughts. I noticed there's an Omnisend Academy, which I always like to see because every software company is also an education company, whether they realize it or not. So it's great that you've invested there. So go check out Omnisend.com. Thanks for coming on the show, Rytis. I'll see you at the next WordCamp, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And that's a wrap for this episode of LMS Cast. Did you enjoy that episode? Tell your friends and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And I've got a gift for you over at LifterLMS.com/gift. Go to LifterLMS.com/gift. Keep learning, keep taking action, and I'll see you in the next episode.